And Nate.
And this is
Blynn's
Blynn's
Corner.
Corner. Here on this channel, we do a bit of everything, but today we're playing The Sims 4.
If you'd like to join the family, remember to hit that red subscribe button down below.
Now, in this video, we'll be doing the Black and White CAS challenge. We'll each be taking the same base skim, which is by Lady Giraffe on the gallery, and we'll be molding them in our own ways.
We'll also be talking more about our channel and about ourselves as well.
So, I'm going to be taking the sim, which I've named Riley Bowers, and then Nate will be doing Colette McCormick once everything is done, and then we'll see how they turn out. We may only do one outfit, but we'll have to see where that goes. So, just to give a little bit of insight into our channel, I was the one who wanted to start it first, and the reason for that is because I actually didn't play The Sims very much, but I did get it for the PS4 and I was playing it on there, and then I found Claire Chabon's channel, her YouTube channel, and I saw how much fun she was having, and I thought, hey, that looks like fun. I'd like to do that too. I'd like to be friends with a whole bunch of people all over the world too and see what they like doing, and I just thought it would be fun, so that's really why this channel was started. And then I moved to the PC because I was looking at her game and I was like, how does she get it to look like that? And then I found out about custom content and I fell in love with that, so here we are. And I decided that even though everybody says, oh, only do one game on your channel because you want to have a niche and people won't follow you if you don't only play that game. But I don't want to do that because it's my channel, even though it's for you guys too. It's also something that I enjoy doing and I think it's fun, so I want to play other games as well, but right now mostly it's The Sims 4. So a few of those other games that I've been thinking about playing, for example, I've been thinking about buying Ooblets and playing that because I've seen it and it looks really fun. So I've just been thinking about doing that. And that's kind of similar to the Sims in a way. But it's also similar to like Pokemon, and that's like one of my favorite games. That's all I used to play until I found Kingdom Hearts, which I fell in love with Kingdom Hearts. But that's also something that is on the table if you guys would be interested in Kingdom Hearts or Pokemon. I heard a rumor that apparently we're getting Diamond and Pearl remakes next year, which would be awesome. But since I want to play other games on this channel too, Nate's playing a couple other games right now with me, and he can give you a little bit more information on those.
Yeah, so as far as, just the different games currently, right now I'm doing Dying Light, doing the Hellraid DLC walkthrough. I've got one video up. I had two videos recorded, one that hasn't made it online yet. But that's because I recorded the entire thing. It was like 45 minutes long, and then I went back, and the recording software that I used for some reason cut out some bits and pieces of it. It only recorded like 15 minutes of it and then like a 30-second video. But anyway, so the audio was all screwed up, so now I just got to edit it, and I'm probably just going to do a voiceover on it, so it's not going to be as fun, maybe? Or maybe it'll be better, I don't know. But I'm going to be doing that Dying Light, and then after I do the Dying Light, I know this Friday, actually September 18th, the new Mario anniversary game is going to be coming out. It's going to have Super Mario 64 on it, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Galaxy. So, I'm going to be playing probably all three of those at one point. I'm doing a playthrough on that and just kind of tips and tricks as I go along the way. Found some broken CCs, so that's great. But To kind of just let me know in the comments below which one you guys would want me to play first. I'm actually not quite sure. I've never played 64 or Sunshine. I've definitely played Super Mario Galaxy just because, that was actually one of the first games that I bought that actually was like brand new. I'd never really gone out and gotten like a brand new game. And then I was kicking myself in the butt for spending, at that point, $50 on a Wii game. But it was a lot of fun, so I definitely didn't regret it.
And when I was younger, I remember going to my grandparents and I would always steal my brother's Nintendo 64 and I would take that and I would go to my grandparents so I could play Mario 64. And so I'm really excited about that coming out. And what Nate didn't mention is that he also has a couple Zelda Breath of the Wild games up. If you want to explain more about kind of what those are.
I've just got a couple walkthroughs so far, a couple shrine walkthroughs. Just doing various. I started doing a master mode walkthrough, but kind of fizzled out on that. I kind of burned myself out quite a bit playing through the original story quite aggressively, I want to say. But if that's something you guys would want to watch, definitely let me know, and I'll kind of look back into, picking back up on that master mode.
And we also have that new Zelda game coming out in, what was it, November? If that's something you guys would be interested in. I know Nate's really excited about that one.
I wasn't even thinking about that. We've got the, the Zelda Hyrule Warriors coming out. I can't remember. I want to say it was. I can't remember what day it was, but in November, I'll be definitely getting that. I'm going to be pre-ordering that as well, just so I can get my hands on it early. I've never actually played the Hyrule Warriors games, just the gameplay didn't necessarily appeal to me. I'm more of, traditional dungeon explorer, just regular Zelda, but seeing as this is going to tie in heavily with Breath of the Wild as a prequel, I am definitely excited to get into it and definitely play it.
Personally, I've never played the Zelda games.
So something we did kind of want to go over with you guys, kind of explain a little bit more about ourselves. We actually have our own little mini zoo going on right now. We have, against my will sometimes, we have 4 cats.
And we have 2 dogs, which are the seniors of the bench. Although they're still pretty young, they're only 2 years old each, but we got them first. And then, so we moved into this apartment, and the apartment actually allowed us to have pets. So I was looking all over to try to find a dog because I really, really wanted a dog. And not just a dog, I wanted a puppy. So we ended up getting...
Which was a mistake.
We ended up getting a beagle. And if you know anything about beagles, you don't live in an apartment and own a beagle. So that was interesting, but she's actually pretty well behaved now, and we've since moved. So that's how we were able to get the cats, because we moved. We weren't able to have cats at the last place, but we did move, and we have a fenced-in backyard, so our dogs are able to go out there. And I convinced Nathan to let us get cats. It started with one on my birthday. So we got one cat, and we named her Beatrice. She's a tabby cat.
Now, to be fair, I mean, I don't know. I got Beatrice as a surprise. It wasn't just kind of a thing of, Blynn convinced me to do it after bugging me for a week. I just randomly came home. Actually, I showed up at her workplace with the cat, I think.
Yeah, he showed up while I was working one day, and then he's like, "Can you come outside for a minute? Can you come outside? Can you see this?" And I went out, and there was a tiny little kitten inside of a pet carrier.
I think I put her in my jacket at that point. But anyway. But yeah, so we started with Beatrice, and then we got
Gracie.
Spooky. No, we got Gracie first.
Yeah.
Right. We got Gracie. She was a stray that we actually kind of adopted.
It's kind of a funny story because it's actually because of my sister who moved in with us after we got our own place. She's younger than me, and after she graduated, she didn't want to live with our mom, but she wasn't at a good place, like a good starting place to get her own place to stay, so she's staying with us currently. And all of a sudden, she came down the stairs because how our house is set up, the upstairs is kind of like one giant room, and she kind of came downstairs and was like, "Look what I found up in the cubby holes," because up there it's in an attic, and there's little cubby hole spaces. And she comes down and she's like, "Look what I found in these cubby holes, look what I found in these cubby holes." And she had a skinny little cat, and I was like, "Where did the cat come from?" And she said, swore she found it in these cubby holes, up and down swore that it was just up there. I was like, there's no way that cat was up there for all these months that we've lived here. But she insisted, and I was like, "Nate, can we just, keep her until we see if she has an owner? Can we just keep her till then?" And then we looked around for an owner, but nobody claimed her, and so then I'm like, well, she doesn't have anywhere to go. I don't want to put her back on the street. I don't want to send her to the shelter because where I live, we have a problem with stray cats in our county, and the shelters are all pretty full. So I was like, I didn't want to send her to a shelter, so she just kind of stayed. And then I was like, well, since she's staying, we don't want our other cats to get sick or anything, so can we take her to the vet? And after we took her to the vet, it was just kind of put in concrete that she was going to be our cat. So her name is Gracie, but we also call her Goo Goo or Gucci Goo, things like that.
Or Goo. Or pretty much anything.
So then after we got Gracie, Nate was like, "Oh, we're not going to get any more animals. This is it. We already have 4. And so how it's set up, we go to Bainfield Animal Hospital. And the Bainfield Animal Hospital that we go to is connected to PetSmart. And the PetSmart that we go to, they have, they're set up with our local shelter where they will allow them to bring in animals from the shelter to try to get adopted. And a lot of those are cats. So when we took our animals to the vet, we would see the cats. And one day we went in and they had these gray and black little tabby cats. And I was like, oh, I just want to go in and see them. They're really cute. I just want to see them. So I went in there to see them, and it was around Halloween, so it was October, because this is actually how our 3rd cat got his name. He was already named when we got him, but we were looking around at all of the different little kitties in there, and one stood out to me because I put my fingers in there and he was playing with them and he was nibbling on them and he was just really cute. So then I went out to talk to Nate, and I was like, are you sure this is our last, like, was that our last cat? Was it really our last cat? Or can we get one more? Because you have to look at this kitten. And then the person who was actually in charge of the cats that day brought him out to see us, to see if we liked him or if we wanted to adopt him. And because at that time they had gone to a lady's house, and she had, what was it, like over 90 cats that they seized?
Yeah, pretty much. I think it was like 92.
Yeah, she had like 92 cats that they had seized because of the living conditions and everything. She was just letting them breed and not really taking care of them. And so a lot of them were in the shelter, so they had a lot of them there that day to see how many could get adopted out. So they brought him out, they let us know that his name was Spooky, and we actually had the dogs with us that day. Now that I think about it, that was the day we took them both to the vet, and we brought them out and we let them meet him because you know how cats and dogs can be. And actually, when we got Gracie, she hated the dogs. She didn't want to be near them. She always hissed when she saw them, which she still doesn't care for them, but she's a little more lenient with them. Yeah, she tolerates them, but she doesn't love them. But anyway, we let Spooky down near the dogs, which I don't think we even. Their names are Mia and Leo. Leo is a blue tick and a beagle mix.
You didn't talk about Leo at all, actually. You skipped Leo.
I'm sorry, I skipped Leo. Leo is a blue tick and a beagle mix, so he's white and black, and he has some brown accents, which we'll be throwing up some pictures of all of the animals at the end of the video, so if you want to see those, definitely stick to the end. But yeah, we had both the dogs with us that day, so we brought Spooky near the dogs, and he actually was very friendly towards them. We brought them both face to face, and he didn't hiss. The dogs reacted nicely, and they got along immediately, really. And so one thing led to another, and we kind of adopted Spooky and brought him home. And he actually was pretty much Leo's best friend. Honestly, he loved Leo so much. But I'm gonna go ahead and I guess I'll do the traits real quick. So since we're talking about animals right now, I'm going to make her an animal lover. Well, a friend of the animals. And then I do have some custom content traits in here, so we'll go ahead and look through these. I am going to make her a Gemini because I am a Gemini. And since we're talking about ourselves and giving some more insight, I figured I'd just go ahead and do that, put that little information in there. I'm going to make her a cat lover and a dog lover because I like both, and I just feel like she should like both. So I'm going to go ahead and give this to Nate now so he can start with her, his.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter.
But, so, just a fair warning, I don't play The Sims at all. I played The Sims on the PS4 for like 5 minutes. I did a couple. Okay, there's the CCs. Anyway, see, I don't even know where anything is. Yeah, that works. That works well. But yeah, I played it on the PC or the PS4, and
You can change the color up here too.
Yeah, we'll go with white.
White?
No, but and then I've built a couple houses here and there, just not really. I don't do CAS at all, nor do I know how to work it. So, bear with me.
And so, as long as Nate doesn't mind, I will tell you about our fifth animal, which is our most recent. Which kind of. Okay, if we were describing it family wise, he would be our nephew because my sister actually claims him. So even though she found Gracie, Gracie is ours because we took her to the vet, we paid for her food and everything. But we are like one big family. I consider my animals family. I love them. So, anyway.
Even if they are barking in the background.
Yeah, you might hear them barking in the background. So, sorry about that. You might also hear the cats once in a while because we actually record out of what we call the cat room. And it's just kind of like a little cat paradise where they can come if they want to get away from the animals or if they want to get away from, or the dogs, or if they want to get even away from each other or people, they can come in here and just chill. They have all their little toys and their cat trees and their food and water and everything. But anyway, yeah, you might hear them once in a while, so sorry about that. Hope you don't mind. But, so my sister, I was at work one night. I was closing this night, which I don't do often, but I do about once or twice a week at work, because I do work a full-time job. I don't know if I told you that, but Nate and I both work full-time jobs. So that's why sometimes we don't get our videos up in as consistently as we would like to. Especially right now, because at least at my work, we're not working from home or anything. Nate is, but I don't work from home, and so I help manage a store in my town. And a lot of people right now are still scared to work, so we're pretty short-staffed. So I've been working a lot of overtime hours lately. So if there's not consistency, we hope to normalize consistency soon. But anyway, I was closing one night and my sister called me and she's like, "Are you home?" I was like, "No, I'm not home." And she's like, "Well, is Nate home?" And I said, "He should be home because he should still be working." And so she said, "Don't kill me, but I have to tell you something." And I said, "Well, what do you have to tell me?" And she hesitated, so I was like, "Do you have an animal?" And she's like, "Yes." And I said, "Is it a cat or a dog?" And she said, "It's a cat. It's a little kitten that I found. I was driving down the road in the middle of nowhere, and I saw something dart out in front of the car. And I crossed the street, so it got across the street." And she's like, so I was like, "What was that?" And she was talking to her boyfriend, Eric. And so they both got out of the car and they walked over there, and it was a tiny little orange kitten. So she decided to take him and bring him home. And at first they thought he was a girl, so they named him Nala. And I was like, that's not a girl, because Nate and I was curious when we got Spooky, because on his adoption papers it said that he was a female, but obviously he wasn't. So I looked up how to tell and everything, so I was like, this is a boy. And then we went to the vet and he was a boy. At first Nate said, "No, we can't keep him," but eventually he caved, because how can you deny such a cute being? And that's how we got Alan. So they just flip-flopped his name from Nala to Alan. And that's pretty much all of our animals there: Mia, Leo, Alan, Gracie, Beatrice, and Spooky. on the topic of animals, though, since that's a lot of what we're talking about right now. When I was younger, we had a black lab, and I was about probably 3 or 4, and he was a puppy. My mom's friend had 2 dogs, and before they could get the other one fixed, it got loose and then ended up having a litter of puppies. So my mom went and got us a puppy, and for whatever reason, I decided that I was going to go under the kitchen table with this puppy, and I was bawling my eyes out, and I was singing to the puppy to try to comfort it about not being able to see his mom. And I remember some of it. I was like, I know you're missing your mom and you can't see her and blah, blah, blah. But I was like 3 or 4, and this dog's name was actually Dago. But that's just something funny that I remembered. And if we're just speaking, like talking about ourselves, basically this is just a Q&A that nobody asked for. But personally, I really like anime and manga. I've liked that since I was in elementary school, kind of, because I had some friends. Most of my friends were boys, and at that time, if you didn't know what they liked, or if you weren't into the same things, they didn't want to play with you. And one of the things they would play on the playground was Naruto, and I had no idea what that was. So I actually had a best friend, and she did know what that was. So I started watching it with her, and I was like, oh, this isn't bad. So you can slide the feet.
I know, but just the shoes were bad.
But I watched that, and then I got to play with them finally, and I was always Sakura. But yeah, that's just... I actually watched Sailor Moon when I was younger. Obviously, I didn't know that that was anime, but I'd watch that all the time at my grandma's. She still tells me all the time when I go over there, because she likes saying a lot of stories about when we were younger. She's like, I want to watch Sailor Moon. I want to watch Sailor Moon. But yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, I still watch Pokemon. So, from the very first season, which I still think is the best, I still like that one the best probably, because it was just really funny, and they said some things in there they probably shouldn't say. So, I really didn't like Alola. Sun and Moon, I guess. I didn't watch Sun and Moon. I really didn't watch too much of X, Y, Z, or X and Y. But the new season that's on Netflix right now, Pokemon Journeys, is actually pretty good. So, just let you know, I'm nerdy. If you think that kind of thing is nerdy.
And it's her fault that I follow Pokemon, because I didn't watch an ounce of anime until I met her. She got me into Naruto. She got me into... we've watched Inuyasha. I don't know how many... We've watched a lot of anime. But Pokemon, I've definitely taken a liking to. I did watch a little bit of, X and Y, and I didn't think it was bad. I actually didn't, I didn't hate it. But I hadn't really seen any of the other ones just because I didn't have cable growing up. My grandma did. So when it was, when I was over there, it was just kind of debating on, it was really dependent on if it was on Cartoon Network at that time, when it was still actually on Cartoon Network. So that's kind of, I got to watch what I could watch. And there was a little bit where I could watch it on demand, but that's about it. And I actually think I'm almost done. I think I am done. I have no idea what this outfit looks like or what her hair looks like. I'm not gonna mess around with any of that because I don't care. and you know, kind of basing off of what Brooke did. I'm just going off of what Blynn did here before. I'm just gonna kind of base this off of myself. I don't actually have an aspiration. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. Plus the Sims aspirations kind of suck. I guess we'll go with family. Yeah, we'll be a vampire family, but I don't know. Let's see. You know what? We'll go with. I went to. Is there a?
Is there what?
I don't know, isn't there a career one? Or is that under? Is that not an aspiration?
To be.
I mean, to be wealthy, but.
Well, yeah.
Biggest, fanciest home. Food?
Yeah, you can be one of those. A master chef.
Okay. Yeah, sure, we'll go there. And, well, first of all, we're just gonna go with I am an Aries, wherever it is. There it is. So, you know, definitely, unfortunately, fit very much with the Aries temperament. You know, very hot-headed. This description is very accurate, true, but let's see here. I mean, to go with and there's the custom poses there. To go to go with stop it. To go with those areas, you know, I am very, like I said, hot-headed on that, and we'll go with
clumsy.
I'm not clumsy anymore.
When I first met him...
I love the outdoors. I do quite a bit love the outdoors.
When I first met him, it was actually at church, and we were having, like, a church dinner after service. So he was carrying a bowl of something that his mom had brought, and he was walking up the steps, and he tripped on the steps, fell down, but the bowl landed perfectly, like, on his back and did not spill anything out of it.
Which I don't say is clumsy, I just say it's lucky. And I'm talented in different ways. So we've got Colette and we've got Riley. Two very different Sims. I am actually going to turn off the grayscale and we'll see how that looks.
Okay, and so I ended up giving Riley 2 outfits because I just guessed that. I talk a lot. So I ended up giving her 2 outfits, and somehow it ended up matching a lot. Like her shirt, her shoes, and the headband. But this is her face. I gave her gray hair and red eyebrows. I must have a thing with red. I don't know.
I didn't change the eye color at all, so.
Oh.
I forgot that.
Oh, yeah. So what Nate was just saying, he didn't change his eye color at all, but that's fine. I actually think she's pretty cute. And she can rock it. Look at that. Red eyebrows, gray hair. Okay, so this was her second outfit, and we'll look at her first outfit and see how I did there. Pretty good. Yeah, I'd say I did pretty good.
Again with the red eyebrows, but, you know.
Yeah, I didn't change her eyebrows both times, but gray hair and red eyebrows. And then we'll go ahead and look at Colette.
And then, you know, this is Colette. You know, gonna be honest, I was kind of hoping that this outfit was gonna be a little bit more extravagant than it is. I was kind of hoping that this was like 2 crazy different colors, but it's whatever. And I was looking for a different colored hair, maybe some blue or something. I was personally kind of trying to sabotage it, but of course, that didn't happen whatsoever. So, you know, that's what we get with Colette.
She's actually very normal looking. Like, at least mine has red eyebrows and gray hair.
Yeah, but I didn't change anything, so there's that too.
Yeah, you were boring.
There's no CC eyes. I did the
Well,
eyelashes.
these are
the eyebrows.
CC eyes, technically.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah, because I have default eyes downloaded, but yep, those are our two ladies, Colette and Riley. And I think we're gonna go ahead and end this video here. If you want to see more content from us, please remember to subscribe like we mentioned before. We always love hearing from our subscribers, so leave a comment down below for us. Let us know what you'd like to see played. And if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Thank you so much.
Have a great day, guys.
So how we were talking about my sister earlier, she actually stopped in. Here she is.
Hi, I'm gonna go take a poop now, so I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Thank you.